Look at all this grass we just got back again. Things are looking pretty good with it. It's ready to harvest, but that is not our concern today because that's gonna be there regardless. Our concern is soybeans. So we are going to get all this ready for soybean harvest. We are going to might switch it up and start up here at the top first and then work our way down. Looks like we've got a couple spots that were damaged by storms, rain, that kind of thing. But we'll get it all taken care of. Start this baby up. Get underway here. I need to get the bean header out, which means I gotta move 2 tractors instead of 1. Which is alright. We might end up taking a loan out as like a temporary price guarantee for selling our crops or something. Just in case we need it, because now we've got money that's basically guaranteed to come our way. Oh golly. Please don't get stuck. There we go. Alright, I know. You don't like it. Just pull. 30 horsepower tractor, pull. Oh my goodness. Made a mistake. I just wanted to get this lined up for the harvester. That's all I wanted to do. There we go. Gosh. Okay. Pop in the harvester. I think this has a hitch. It does. Perfect. And I don't believe... I think we're good on maintenance for that, because I've only used it once. We're full up on fuel with it. It's not running into any trees. So if I have to back up with this wagon, we're going to get jackknifed really quickly. Trees are looking beautiful. This is going to be a very good harvest, I hope. I really hope. We really need it to be a good harvest. We really do. As far as putting on the header, probably just gonna pull it over here to the side of the road. Be mindful that we do have crop destruction on. Run over a bunch of bushes. Turn around this person's driveway. And hook up to it. Unfold the harvester. I know I don't own this land, but I own this land. Is that alright with you? How many headlamp passes does it have us do? 1? No. 2. 0 degrees, up and down like that. Perfect. That's how we planted it. looks like a good a spot as any to start out with. And then, while this guy's going along, I don't know that I want to hire a worker because I feel like that's going to mess everything up. We are going to go into here, grab the Steiger. Please, open sesame. We gotta go grab a chaser bin, which, as far as I think we've got, what, a 550 tractor, 450 tractor? I think it's a 450. We need a wagon that's gonna make sense for us. So let's see what this Kinsey can do. Okay, we'll go with that. Manual discharge, yes. Main color, we'll go with the Kinsey blue. You're right, I do not have enough money. Lease $3,000, it's well worth it in my opinion. Let's just try it out. I think this looks pretty good. That is a fairly big wagon. I think it'll do us just fine. Just fine indeed. Excuse me, hopefully the harvester is... I'm sure it's tall enough to get the auger up and over it, but we'll find out here. So we're gonna get on our way with this and pop back in periodically to show you how it's going. All right, we are full up with our first hopper of grain. I said grain, I mean beans, soybeans. Let me try and get this thing turned around so I can go over there. Trying to do the headland passes, starting out on fields is so difficult to try and give yourself enough room. At least when you have crop destruction on, give yourself enough room for the harvester and tractor to come alongside one another and offload. So I usually try and time it. It doesn't always work well, but at least when I'm starting out, time it so that way when I'm around 95% or something, I can come in and beside the harvester make another short pass just like this, so that way I can actually fit the tractor beside it. There we go. Now I've got a mod downloaded for manual discharge. I think I have to take the combine to the store and change the setting on that, because it's a setting that you change when you purchase the vehicle. You can choose to do it or to not do it. So I'd like to do that just because I don't like that it just starts offloading automatically. It can be kind of annoying. So let's turn that off. Pop back in the harvester. And we're gonna keep going with these headland passes. I made one pass up the middle there, just so that way if I do get a full bin, then the tractor can a little more easily access me, I hope. So we're gonna, this is the last little bit. I gotta go up here to this corner and then make a left, and that'll be the first headland pass down, and we'll probably maybe try to do the second headland pass. I don't know, it may actually work out to where I don't have to really worry about it, and then we'll start doing the up and downs and knock this out. So soybeans definitely filling up the bin way less. corn did. I think corn was filling up the bin. I don't know if I even made a full headland pass before it was done. And I would say I could have finished the headland pass. It was just the fact that I made that center cut for the tractor. So I'm gonna try and get this without. Nope. Get this little side swath without taking out the tree. But I guess that's asking too much. It's alright. I don't love that, but to try and get those couple little bean stalks, not worth it. Okay, so I wanted to bring you in and show you something real quick. We just loaded up our first load of soybeans into the grain bin, and I think it's going to be pretty good. If you'll see here, we've got 48,000 liters in the bin. This is one field. This is one of our bigger fields, but not the biggest. So one truckload is going to have a potential max value of just over $106,000. With the other 24,000 liters, I'd say $150,000 off of one field, so that's pretty good. And we might actually be able to finally turn this thing around, get cows, and actually start making money with this, being able to grow, buy more fields, and I don't whatever else we really want to do, honestly. So that's pretty exciting. We're gonna keep on with the harvest, and I'll bring you guys back in. Alright, I wanted to show you, we are on field 3 of 4. We're well into the next day, which is the next month. It takes a really, really long time, and on 5 times speed, which is, I guess, what you can consider the base speed. I don't know, I think it used to almost always be on that, and then you could fast forward up to 360. Either way. We're on field 3 of 4. We're just now making the headland passes, and it's gonna go well into the next day. I think we're probably gonna see daylight again. We are, I think, 200,000, just a little over 200,000 as far as estimated income. So I think it's going to do much, much better than corn did. Even though you get a lot more in the way of product for the corn, it just didn't do nearly as well when we sold it off. So soybeans, I think, are going to do much, much better. And then we may end up not doing corn. I think I want to do one field of silage corn at least for next year if we're doing cows, and then kind of go from there. But this is, I mean, we've already got another truckload ready to go. We've got some in the chaser wagon too. So I think before we even really get into the bulk of this field, we're going to be at 300,000. We may be knocking on the door of $500,000 with this harvest. So it does mean that we're going to have to keep it for a while before we're able to sell it, which it's all right. I think we've got enough money to kind of make it until then. We may do some direct drill seeding to avoid the cost of renting or leasing a cultivator, and we'll try and just, I don't know, get to the fun part of finally having cows. Let me not unload right there. Let me take this corner out so we can get the tractor. So I think we've got, yeah, about 11,000 in here. Unloading the harvester, we'll have another 20-some thousand. So this is doing pretty good. Pretty happy with it so far. It's just taking a long time, and it's been, I'll admit, a little while since I've harvested at night. But it's cool. Cool vibe. I just can't really show as much, probably because it doesn't show up very well as far as the screen brightness and stuff. So you won't be able to see much of what we're doing, but I wanted to bring you guys in here and show you how far along we are. So I'm still not really happy with the trailer that we have for the semi-truck. I really, really badly want to change that out. but getting another one, I don't know, with the style of grain bins that we have, it's really hard to do a belly dump, or a hopper bottom, I should say. Just because when you go to offload it, you have to mess around with the auger every single time. So I would really like to keep the a dump trailer style. We may try and get the original one we had, just mess around with it and see if we can get one that doesn't shake so violently. Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm not sure what that's going to look like. Either way, it's going to be a good bit of money for the actual trailer. So, and I don't know that we want to spend, you know, $100,000. So if one comes up in clearance, which I haven't been checking, I don't even know what's, oh, I'm talking about it and we literally have, yeah, I don't want unrealistic. We might just do this, honestly. Paint it up. I mean, 48% sale. I think we got to do it. And then, if anything, I think if I get like a partial loaded trailer or something at the end, then we may just sell that off to get some money. Obviously, I think prices right now are around $1,000 a liter. So it's about half of what it could be, but we need an influx of cash, and I also still need to get a second cutting of hay. I don't know, we may just leave it until we actually get the money for the equipment for that. So lots of decisions to still be made. We're gonna try and do it smart so that way we don't bankrupt ourselves for the third year in a row. And we actually have a little bit of money to operate with. Let me know what you guys think you want to see as far as what next equipment and stuff that we get. I know we need all the hay equipment for sure, but especially keep in mind we're trying to do cows, so we're going to need a bunch of equipment for that. We're going to need not only the barn to house them in, but we're also probably going to need some kind of bale storage too. So we'll see. All right, I think this is where we're going to go with. I like the color, dark red. Sold the other trailers, so let's do it. Look pretty good. Get this set up in the other field here. And we already have another load to get off. So we are well underway. I'll show you guys here in the time-saving stock check. $320,000 right now from 144,000 liters. So I think we can hit 500,000. It's gonna be close. And we still have $18,000 left, so, and we're not, the only thing we are leasing right now is the chaser bin, so we will need to return that at some point. I forgot about that. All right, perfect. All right, so we're hopping in the truck here for the first time with this wagon. We're gonna see how it works, and I'm gonna also show you how to do it with the style of auger that we have. Why are you going so slow? Why are you... What is there something dragging? Am I missing something? Closed cover? I definitely don't want to unload. Okay. That's weird. What is going on? Is this trailer bugged out? Hold on. Must have been. It's weird. Alright. There we go. Keep between the lines. I did look up. This does not hold as much grain as the other one did. The other one did about 48,000 liters, and this does 40,000 liters, so not super stoked about that, but it's alright. We'll eventually get the trailer that we want, but for 20 grand, I just couldn't pass this up. I was tired of dealing with the way the other one unloaded. Because it just wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't realistic. I don't like the frameless. Although, this trailer seems like it's buggy as all get out with this. There we go. See, it's like bottoming out. And then the suspension isn't returning. Alright, so we're gonna definitely need some freaking lights here, because this is tough to see. Okay, so we're gonna swing this arm up and in, and then come around here with the trailer. And back up fairly close to where this is. Not that close though. Something about like this, maybe? Gotta get enough room for it to actually swing. Where are we? We're turned around. And then we're gonna swing this underneath. To be about right. Oh, I don't know. This just it doesn't look the best. Yep, we're dumping it all on the ground. Man, why is it so low? This just doesn't even make sense to me. I don't know. Clearly we need to get a new bin set up or something. And then I guess we can just pull forward. Trip side front, trip side back. Yeah, I mean, look at that clipping in there. Like, you can see why this trailer was discounted. I don't know that I like the color. We might change that. It looks a little wonky. But it's dark. You can't blame me. Alright. That's in. Now we need to move it out the way. Swing this back in here. Hop back in the truck from the passenger side, and we're off to the races. Yeah, that's how you do that. It helps if the trailer is as slow as this one. I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna have to wait till daylight till we can do anything else, which should be in about an hour, maybe half an hour. I don't know. We've got one more field to knock out, and then we'll be all finished up. The grain cart, or chaser bin, I should say, probably has about 70 to 80% left in it. I think the harvester is done with what it's doing, but I'm gonna go ahead and take the truck up here. We just have this field off to the left to do, which is our smallest field. And then get all the grain stored away for the winter and get ready to sell it when prices go up. Probably gonna go around and turn around over here. So I'll bring you, I don't know, back in at some point, I guess. The sun is coming up, and we are moving this grain cart over into the field so that way we can offload yet another full hopper of soybeans. I'm gonna come up here and dump this into the truck, and then I don't know, we'll be done with this here in just a little bit. Already November, so I guess there's one less day that we gotta sleep and try and fast forward to. So I like this grain cart, but I'm not a big of a fan with the arm and how far it sticks out, and you really can't, I mean, the movement that you get from this is just not very much. So I don't think this is the one that we're gonna end up buying. Plus it doesn't hold a full, oh gosh, it doesn't hold a full truckload worth of commodity in it, and I believe at least that if you're gonna have a chaser bin, it should, I know it's more about, I guess, how many trips you can take to and from the harvester, but even so, it's 2, 3 and some change, 3 loads and some change, which I think we need a bigger wagon. This tractor will support a bigger wagon, so why not do that? So that's, you know, maybe next harvest we'll be able to afford one, maybe. But until then, I don't think I'm going to use this one again. I like it. It's good. I think for our operation and what we're doing, not the best fit. We have finished up with the harvest. All in all, I've got just around $500,000 sitting in grain as far as what we're able to sell. So that is massive and should be more than enough to start our cow farm. I need to sit down and kind of figure out what exactly we're going to do as far as cows go. What kind of building we're going to buy, where we're going to set it up, all that still needs to be ironed out. So while we are doing that, sorry, not while we're doing that, but I'm going to take all this stuff back to the farm here. So yeah, we're going to offload this into the hopper, and I'm going to take out a loan. But it's just going to be a small temporary loan. Temporary loan. Until we can sell off our grain. Because we know about what it's going to be worth. So I'm not going to take it out for the full amount. I think that would be a little foolish. Because we've been bad with money so far. I have bad habits that I need to fix. And the way to fix that is by making more money. So we're going to there we go. I'm gonna make sure this is all set up, and I'm gonna get this taken care of. Oof. Bear with me here. Alright, I'll bring you guys back in a moment. Well, soybeans performed so well this year. We have 566,000 estimated value from that. I'm probably going to take out a loan for about 500,000 of that. Save the 66 in case we incur a bunch of interest or something, and then sell back what we don't need. So I'm going to try and show you a little bit of the process for what we're doing on cows, and then of course show you the finished result. But we are getting cows. Well, we have the facility, now we just need the cows. So I went with kind of this more open style barn. Most of that was due to cost. Uh, any sizable American cow barn was well above $500,000. So, of course, there was no way we were going to be able to do that. So, we've got it fenced in around the whole place. We do have the ability to do milk with this. Um, for this barn, it's a modded uh, barn that comes in the base game that allows you to do milk, which I'm alright with this because they've actually got it set up with the milking stalls and everything like that. So, I wasn't able to do the gravel all the way to here because for whatever reason, the roads in this game are not ownable. So, there is a swath around there where you can't do anything with it. Not super happy about it, but it is what it is. Also, this silo extension, or manure heap from silo extensions, I could not get to rotate at all. So this is where it's gonna stay, I guess, because we just didn't have the ability to do anything else. So milk and everything's on the other side, liquid manure right here. We have the ability for 196 cattle. Base comes with 99, so this field extension is pretty solid. Unfortunately, we have no meadow whatsoever, so that's not ideal either. We're going to have to feed them for sure. So if we go into the other end here, I'm just curious as to... I would love to be able to haul these things, but that means getting a trailer, and that's pretty expensive. So I believe Holstein and Brown Swiss are the only milk producing ones. When 18 months or older can reproduce. And I believe they just have one. So if we get a bunch of babies, how many? Holy cow. Transport fee is applied. All right, let's do... Can we start out with 100? And just feed them hay to start out with? Oh my goodness, did I just lose that? I did. Okay, bear with me. Oh my goodness, just like that, we got a bunch of baby cows running around. Look at them. Look, look. There we go. Look at. Oh, they're so cute. Oh my goodness. They're so cute. Alright, 100 head of milk cows for about $25,000. And we will raise these things up. So, time to get the hay over here and offload that. Alright, that was all it took. We got off about 5 bales and a couple of others, and they have food. I know this is not perfect, so they need TMR, total mixed rations, in order to be at 100% health. So they will get to 80% effectiveness. Or sorry. Cows like grass, hay, TMR. Additionally, require water. This is a calf. But there's no area to put water in, so I believe this is automatically going to do that. I believe. Yeah, because it doesn't have anywhere for water. As far as straw goes, I don't think we're gonna mess around with that just yet. These cows have to grow anyway, so as far as their output, it's not gonna be all that much anyways. It's gonna be a while before we start getting any milk from them. Hopefully we can do, I don't know, hopefully we can make this work. But I am super happy with the way things are going right now. We finally have cows. This isn't the best setup in the world by any means. We're kind of limited on land space. Again, really don't like the fact that we can't connect these two. I'm thinking about getting this field too and making this a pasture. If we go into farmland, $184,000. It'd be a big swing. We could potentially do it. I am just concerned that the amount that we have right now, it's not going to last us for very long. We could get another cutting off of this field up here. So it may actually be enough for right now. But we have to plant one of these fields in corn. I would say 59 should be corn. And then we also need to do another one in a straw producing crop like wheat, preferably, I believe. I'm not sure if it says which ones produce. I know wheat does. I think barley might as well. But we cannot do wheat. We've missed the opportunity for wheat. And we've missed the opportunity for barley. Okay. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. We've missed it by a month. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna have to buy. We're gonna have to buy straw. We need all the equipment to do hay. We also need the equipment to feed these hungry little suckers. Because I'm not doing. I don't know. I guess I could unload bales all the time, but then we'd really just need a dedicated trailer because this is the trailer we use for the seed tender. So it's a lot right now. We have a lot of decisions to make. And we still have a really long way to go before this is fully operational. I'm still very nervous. We have to plant all these fields. There's still lots of equipment to buy. And still a lot of work to do. So I'll try to slow down as far as the mundane field working stuff. Show a little bit less of that and a little more of the action. But this is a long rant. I apologize. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I hope you enjoyed being down on the farm.